Hello and welcome in. My name is Aries and I'm a psychic intuitive medium. Gonna give you a story. I don't really know what the story is about as of yet, but we'll get right into it as soon as I pull some cards. A motorcycle is driving by, so that leads me to believe that something is coming in quick. And the energy that I was feeling right before I started this message was that there is somebody in your life who is not necessarily in your greatest and highest favor. And the reason for this being is some sort of financial gain that they could claim over you or get and claim over you in regards to how they can. I'm getting the energy of someone like weaseling their way into your heart to get the most financial crumb that they can weasel out of someone. I'm seeing a weasel. Like an actual, not necessarily a ferret, but like one that you would see out in the wild. So with this energy, I'm also sensing a bit of a Seven of Swords energy as well. Yeah, a Seven of Swords energy. Or someone's sneaky. And this could be confusing for some because I'm getting in the energy that this is for a collective that is very ready for the next step in their life for romance. And this is where your intuition and your discernment are going to have to be utilized to the most potent, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. Potent mixture of awareness that you can instill into your consciousness while you're in the dating scene, because I'm hearing that there's some weasels out there. I'm also hearing that there's some sharks out there. And what I'm getting with the shark energy is that these are people that that have no sense of consideration for you as a human being, but still want to see what they can get from you or get out of you. And I get that this is for a collective that is tired of that. And you may be sensing that there is a bit of energy looming around you in which you can feel with your empathic gifts and abilities, but you can feel when someone has these ill intentions towards you, even though you don't know specifically what they are. You can feel it. But I'm getting that there is someone in your life at this time that could be what I just described. And I'm seeing that here on the top of the deck, that they wish they could, goodness, I can't speak. They wish that they could be a different person. I'm getting a bit of sense that they wish that they could be more like you. But instead of being in your highest favor and trying to see how they can be similar but their own for themselves, they're envious of you and want to see what they can get. And I'm sorry, it's not funny. The situation in which they're really, because they have this admiration of you, they want to see what they can grasp from you. Yeah, I can't do this right now. They can't, even though they may be the ones pursuing this relationship or pursuing this situation, this concept of a relationship, they really genuinely can't focus on having a real relationship with you, is what I'm being told from the Most High, from Spirit. they can't commit to you as you are seeking for someone to commit to you. I can't take it anymore in reverse. This leads me to believe that this is something that they're going to instill into action very soon. How could you ever forgive me for this mess I made? Yeah, I'm getting that this person has a bit of guilty conscience for doing this to you, because they see that you are indeed a good person. And you have this characteristic about yourself in which you genuinely want to see the most, you can see the good, and you can see the sparkle in anyone's eyes, even those who outright don't like you or something in that fashion, form, or sense. You have this sense about you in which you can see someone's genuinity within them before they even recognize it for themselves. This is someone who is not willing to let you go in this situation, is not willing to let this, what I'm hearing experience, not let this experience pass them by, but not let this situation pass them by. They don't want to let go of you, even though it's not healthy for you or them. Yeah, don't put up with my BS. Don't put up with my BS. That spirit's telling that to you. Don't put up with this person's BS. Goodness. That flew. This could be you. I have to let you go to find myself. This could be your energy because of this situation. Or if this is for someone who's been in a relationship for like 5, 10 plus years, I can see how this has drained you. I can see how this has made you feel like you've lost the sparkle in your eyes when you haven't, and you're not, and you won't. Because you are so divinely protected and so divinely guarded that there is nothing that Spirit hasn't put into your path that Spirit knows you couldn't pass with flying colors. Yeah, I am the man. Then I'm getting that that's for you. That's Spirit saying to you, you are the man. Even gender neutral, in a very gender neutral sense. Like, you are the man. Yeah. Spirituality has no gender. It is fluid. It is both masculine and feminine, and everyone inhabits both energies. So what is this I can't let you go? I have here divine masculine and divine feminine cards, because I'm getting that this may have some sort of, yeah, it's already sliding out. There is something here about this being at one point in time a very divine connection. And with this being a very divine connection, there is very serious lessons that are needed to be heeded and heard. Yeah, reliability. You're looking for someone who is reliable, someone who you can, like, how should I word it? I'm getting 2 or 3 different channels in at once. For one, I'm getting that you're looking for someone that you can be reliably dependent on in times in which you need to be depended or dependable. Someone who can put up the extra 80% when you can only put in your 20%. And it's not like it's going to be like that forever. There's just times in which you just need a shoulder to lean on as well. You need that dependability, that reliability. For others, for the other channel that I got in, it's like you're looking for a reason to let go. You're looking for a reason to let go, and this situation in which you've been in this connection for the 5, 10 plus years, even longer for some, for others. Cat. For the 5, 10 plus years, is that you're looking for a reason to let go. You're looking for something new. Like something new came into the picture as I was saying that. You're literally looking for something new. Maybe you're looking for something that will sustain you for the long term. You're looking for sustainability. You're looking for something that is fulfilling and makes you feel fulfilled. And if not fulfilled, it makes you feel like you're able to be on the path to fulfilling what it is that you are seeking for yourself deep inside. Wow, that's deep. Anything else about this I can't let you go, Spirit? And reliability? Yeah, 2 more cards. Easiness. Easiness. You're looking for something that will be at ease or put you at ease. Is at ease. Someone could be 51. Someone could be 41. Someone could have a child that's 10. Maybe, or you've been in this connection for 10 plus years. Maybe for someone you've been in this connection for 41 plus years. And it hasn't been easy. And yes, there's the it hasn't been easy in which marriage is hard, or marriage is at times difficult, or marriage has its bumps in the road. However, at times there's also a certain respect that you must give to yourself, or you'll feel like you're being siphoned from. And you've been feeling like you've been siphoned for a long while from this individual in your life. Yeah, humility. It's okay. I'm hearing from Spirit. It's okay to feel the humility of all the emotions that come with letting go of a connection that you've been in and been in for a while. When you recognize that it's no longer sustainable for you. It's no longer sustainable for you. And don't put up with my BS. We have imagination. I'm hearing from Spirit with this imagination card that what you have been feeling, if this is a connection that you've been in for 5, 10 plus years, that those little things, those little flags that someone may or may not have said has been your imagination, hasn't always been just your imagination. It was you really picking up on things that truly, genuinely did matter to you and were absolutely valid. As well as I'm getting a sense that you may have been gaslit for quite a while. And so there's a bit of like recognizing what is the truth and what is not the truth, because you may have been lied to for a significant enough amount of time that you forget what the reality of a topic is, because you've been gaslit and manipulated into believing what you knew was real wasn't real. Yeah, we have aggression here. With don't put up with my BS. So this person, 22 could be significant, 2022 could be significant, 18 could be significant. 20 years, you could have been together for 20 years. You could have been together for 2 years. You may have raised children together. What else? You may have had roses at your wedding. I'm hearing funeral. I almost said I seeing roses at your funeral. I don't know. Maybe someone with this aggression card in that funeral mention from spirit, something may have gotten like domestic. Trust your own insight on what like you need to do to keep yourself safe in this time if things have gotten domestic. Take the proper precautionary measures. Keep yourself safe. Something's faded. Yeah, something is faded, and I'm leading into that because I'm seeing the red in this aggression card. And I'm seeing here with the snake in this imagination card that there you have a lot of really insightful wisdom that people have not given you credit for in the past that you are deserving of. You're deserving of this credit. You are deserving of this recognition. And it's like spirit is telling you that it is time for you to let go of whatever the situation is, so that you can find yourself in such ways that you'll never lose yourself ever again. And how you do that is listening to your intuition. Listening to this intuition that you have. If you are resonating with this message thus far, if you aren't resonating with this message, it's alright. You can just click off. It's fine. If you are resonating with this message, it's like you have this deep inner knowing that there is just more for you out in the world. You just don't know where to start looking for it. It's honestly within. It's looking within. Yeah, ardor and passion. You are looking to have passion. You were looking for that you were looking for that passion within this connection. If this is a new situation or a long time situation, you've been looking for that passion within this connection, within this commitment. You were thinking that this is for someone who was thinking that being in the relationship would bring the passion. No, it's both people, it's both parties involved. And we also have discipline here. It's like you've been in this energy of self-discipline. You're pretty balanced. You have 4 masculine. So you have had to be in your masculine energy of taking the reins, being more independent, being reliable, being like a dependable leader, being someone who can be depended on to go to for support. And you've been very very with ease in your feminine emotions as well, where you've been allowing yourself to feel your emotions. You've been allowing yourself to recognize how you've been being made to feel by the specific individual, as well as your own autonomous feelings for yourself about how you feel about everything going on in your life all at once. And kind of it's crashing down to, is this relationship what I want for myself so I can progress myself moving forward into being who it is that I want to be for myself to find my own happiness, is what I'm getting from Spirit. You've been very disciplined in that sense. You've been very disciplined. And it's like a self-discipline. And it's very, like I mentioned earlier with the ardor and passion. People, it's time to be recognized for your healing. This is what this feels like to me. This is like you're healing. You're healing in ways that aren't typical to what you like, to what it seems to be the normal of society. But it's healing. Alrighty. We got this Messy Truth deck, and at the bottom we have Confused as Hell and Truth Hurts reality check. So this may not be the most easy to digest message, especially for those who aren't quite yet ready to leave a situation or don't feel like they know why they would have to leave their situation when they feel like everything is fine. Maybe this is something that you can just come back to in hindsight and reflect on at a later time. And it may make sense for you later. This is a timeless message. Disciplines flew. So it's like someone is learning how to be self-disciplined. Oh, wow. We haven't... This flipped over when I was shuffling. But you're my drug. The drug. Coming out. Yeah, there's an emotional attachment. And that's understandable, especially if this is something that you've been in for 5, 10 plus years. Or if this is something that you're just starting. There is some kind of toxic, emotional attachment to the connection, where it's like you're craving the connection, you're craving the relationship in a way that isn't necessarily the most healthiest. It's kind of, it feels more so like a hiding behind the relationship to cover up more in-depth emotional feelings in regards to something else that you have going on in your life. And that may resonate for someone. I'm not going to go in depth of what's going to go on in your life. That's your business. I'm just doing a general message here. But, yeah, that may be something to reflect on. And I do have some shadow work cards here that I'm going to pull here later on in the message that may go into more clarity in how to better this attachment feeling that you may be residing within at this time. Yeah, toxic ties, addiction, karma, emotional chain. So yeah, there is something unhealthy about this connection that may stem from childhood wounds that you may or may not have experienced, that kind of led into unhealthy emotional attachments as you got older. Gosh. Card fell to the floor and I can't get it. That could be significant too. So, card fell to the floor, I can't get it. Could signify that it's like this is for someone in the collective that may feel as if they have to latch on and hold closely, or they won't ever receive it ever again in their life. And that's far from the truth. Yeah. Real eyes, real lies. Someone's seeing this clearly now. Real eyes, real lies. Seeing clearly, illusion cracked, awareness. Wow. Yeah, that may have really not allowed, sorry. Choice of words is not mine, I'm channeling. Someone's in their head. This may have brought some insight to somebody here in this collective that brought awareness to not just themselves, but how they're viewing their relationship in a different or higher perspective. Yeah, you're my obsession, unhealthy attachment, fixated, no peace. I'm getting that might be the collective. That might be the collective onto whom this person is in your life that may not be the most healthiest for you. Here at the top of the shadow deck, we have self-sabotage. So let's see what we have in the shadow deck. I'm not really getting too much energy. I'm getting that it's something that the collective may be pondering over if you made it to this point in the video. Yeah, jumbled thoughts and wounded healer at the bottom of the deck. So you are meant to heal. You are meant to be a healing factor in the world and be someone who brings healing to this world by your own inner healing that you commit to completing for yourself, by yourself, with intentions of bettering yourself. Spirit says at this time that you're meant to explore these feelings. You're meant to delve into the insecurities and unresolved emotions that you're currently feeling for yourself at this time. It's authentic. It brings closure and peace to yourself at this time. To just allow yourself to explore these feelings. You may be seeing a lot of crowns and butterflies or moths. I'm hearing the name Raina or last name Ray. Yeah. to have self-compassion for yourself at this time, because embracing imperfections will help you find the strength that you need for yourself to do what is best intended for yourself in this time of healing, in this time of, I'm hearing in this time of grace. So you may be receiving a lot of grace at this time. This will help grow and expand your mindset and help you build resiliency by having compassion for self. Anything else, Spirit? Ooh, deception came out in reverse. I'm going to read it upright first, but then I'll see what it means in reverse. Deception. A slippery slope erodes trust. Honesty fosters connection and authenticity. So this is a time in which you may be being deceived. And that goes into the beginning of this reading, in which I was mentioning that there is someone that has either been deceitful or hasn't been wholly honest with their intentions towards you. Yeah. Then we have arrogance here. We have arrogance, and with this arrogance, I see that someone's not seeing the flaws that hinders their growth. Know limits to learn and improve. Like, know your limits to learn and improve. This will bring that, and here's that word again. This will bring humility, awareness, and growth. And we got humility right here. So we have humility twice. So someone in here is learning a harsh lesson about humility. And not that it's harsh to learn the lesson about humility. It's just to feel those initial humiliating emotions is very difficult for someone who is inexperienced with allowing themselves to feel humiliated in such a way that you can grow from it. I'm not saying that you should force your way to become humiliated so you can expand your growth faster. No. I'm just saying that sometimes you have to feel embarrassed about yourself in order to see where you may or may not have made mistakes, so you can learn from those experiences to further your growth faster in that way. Yeah. I was still channeling, but okay, Spirit. Spirit has me on so many different tangents. I don't know where I'm going. Oh. Let's get some magical messages. And then we'll probably finish off the reading because I'm not feeling very much else. Let's get a couple of these. And that was a couple. Thank you, Spirit. We have here, so someone may be experiencing some heart chakra expansions, going through this experience, as well as third eye and crown chakra growth and expansion. Lunar moths, so moths again could be very significant for you at this time. And this says, stop underestimating your magic. There are treasures within you waiting to be discovered, to be shared. And then we also have a sunflower and a bumblebee fairy. So you could be growing sunflowers, or you could love sunflowers. You could have your national flower, not national, but your state flower or wherever you're at flower be the sunflower. You may just really like sunflowers. You may like how sunflowers are. You may like bees. You may like how I was gonna say you may like how bees produce honey, but that might be for someone very specific. I'm getting that someone could be like a bee, like not a super bee fan is what I'm getting from Spirit. But bees could be significant. You could be a member of the, I was gonna say beehive, but I don't really listen to Beyonce like that. Okay, anyways, continuing on. Your energy is exclusive and expansive. Remember, it's a privilege to be in your presence. I'm going to repeat that again. Your energy is exclusive and expansive. Remember, it's a privilege to be in your presence. It's a privilege to be in your presence. And that is one of the things that Spirit really wants you to hone in on, is that you are worthy of the love that you seek from someone else. The love that you put into one, you are deserving to receive back from one. Yeah. But I think that's what I have for you at this time. If you made it to this point in the video, I thank you so very much. I hope you have a wonderful day, evening, morning, night, wherever it is that you are in the world. As well as, because I don't have YouTube Studio, I can't link other videos to other videos. So my last video, I can't link it, so that's a little update. Alright, bye!